You want to go in, little man? There we go. There you go. Hi, I'm Tinny from minibulldesign, and today I'm out in the woodshed. I just got back from taking a ride with the Velomobile. Now I finally have gotten it finished, done everything to it I wanted to do, including insulating it. And the road has smoothed up quite a bit, so it's quite a bit nicer riding. And this time when I went out and rode, it was exactly as I visualized it. It's perfect. Now it's like 50 degrees today, and inside of there with just a long sleeve t-shirt on, the temperature is perfect. Nice and warm, but not hot. Plenty of air, good ventilation, and just a very, very pleasant experience. I really enjoy the Velomobile. I finally got it right where I want it. I'm real happy with it. Now let's go out and look at the trike project. Now it's about 52 out here. The sun is out right now, and if you stay in the sun, it's pretty nice. And there's just a light breeze. You can see the windmill is just lightly turning. Just a light breeze. Quite a pleasant day. A little cool, but not bad for fall. I'll take it. So let's go out and look at the trike project. Now, for the first time since I started this project, I'm at a point now where I can visualize by taking the parts and setting them up and seeing what it's actually going to look like when it's done. Or something like what it's going to look like when it's done. Getting the seat done made a huge difference. Now, I can't really start putting things together until I have the rear wheel, which is supposed to be here in a day or two from Harris Cycle. And once I can put the rear wheel on and set it up with 3 inches of clearance in the front and the rear wheel in the back and set the seat in place, then weld the seat together and weld it right in place, then I can figure the front angle for the front boom and where the axle should be. Now somebody asked if I was going to use any kingpin inclination. Now, I can see that people would think, well, that's no inclination. What you don't realize is each one of these is going to be at an angle like that for center point steering. In other words, there's going to be an angle from the bottom of the wheel right up through the kingpin. So they'll be setting about like that. And for more leg clearance, what I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to set them at the correct angle like this, and then cut them and have it go down and then across and back up again. So it'll be a three-piece front beam like that. So there is, for the guys that asked, there is kingpin inclination, quite a bit of it right there, and also 12 degrees of caster. There's quite a bit of geometry to the front end, but I love it. It's fun. It's not that difficult. Now, I'm going to be getting some footage of the Velomobile out on the road riding it. But in order to do that, I need my GoPro camera and remote. The remote's good up to like 600 feet. But the problem is right now the camera's been setting all winter, and I can't get the remote to sync with the camera. What I need to do is go back to the website and download all the updates, and then I think it will work fine. But last time I did that, I ran into some pretty big problems, and Robert came over and he figured it all out. One of the problems was when you go in, it asks you to update Java, and you click the link and you bring in update Java, install it, reboot. When you come back to the website and go to do the update, it says you need to update Java, which you've already done, and there doesn't seem to be any way to get around that update Java thing and get to the upload. Last time that happened, Robert figured it out. I don't remember what he did. Robert seems to have dropped off the face of the earth. I'm sure he's around somewhere, but I haven't seen him for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. So if he does show up, I'll get him on it, get him to update the camera so I can use the remote, and then I'll get some good footage of the Velomobile, because I can use the remote right inside of the cockpit and turn the camera on and off, you know, and do all kinds of stuff, and it'll be much easier. I get some really good footage of the Velomobile that way. Because you can't get in and out of there. Once you put the canopy on, it's just not worth it to get out and turn the camera on and get in and put the canopy. It's just not feasible. So, I'm really happy with where I am on this. This is going much better than I thought. Now, I thought I was going to have to cut a piece out on the back on the rear stays for sprocket clearance, but I have a Sturmey Archer 3-speed on there with a 27-inch wheel, and it appears to have plenty of clearance. It wouldn't if you had like a Shimano 7 sprocket cluster. It wouldn't be enough, but just for the single sprocket on the internal 3-speed, I think it's going to be fine, and that's great. And I also ran the chain from that sprocket down to the axle, front axle, where the front axle will be, and it appears to clear everything. I think I may be able to get away with just a pulley on top for the top chain and a pulley on the bottom, just 2 of them. I may be able to use one pulley, one shaft with 2 pulleys on it. So it'll be really simple. I'm real happy with that. The whole thing is going much better than expected. So, I went out this morning, and let's go out and see what I did out in the factory. Okay, I came out this morning, and it's Sunday, so I should have had the day off, but I'm really behind on the inventory. So today, wow, the sun's hitting my windmill, and it's spinning like crazy. I came out this morning and I built a batch, finished a batch of BIOS Micro, 10 of those. Then I built 10 of the original Bongo tops. And then I set out to build 5 maybe stoves. And I've got those 2/3 finished. So that's what I did out here today. Fairly busy day. I worked probably 5 hours out here today, and once you start making mistakes, I started making mistakes, so I stopped. There's only just so much of Tinny to go around, and I can only work as a machinist for maybe 4 hours before I start goofing things up. So if there's any bottleneck to this whole thing, it's the amount of time that I'm able to machine in any given day. Everything else, you know, material and time and tooling and equipment, I've no problem, but the bottleneck is how long I can actually stand at a machine and do the work before I start, my brain turns to jelly. So, I'm Tinny from minibulldesign. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to have some fun today, and try to have a really great day. Bye-bye.